Hey everyone, thanks for joining tonight's post-game press conference following the 3-0 loss to Vancouver. We're going to kick it off with an opening statement with Coach Carnell, followed by questions. Then we'll follow up with goalkeeper Ben Lund. So Coach, you've got the floor.
Yeah, thanks, John. Good evening, everybody. Obviously, we intended, when we said about this trip yesterday to Vancouver, we had high expectations of ourselves. We had good momentum coming into this game, and we expected a different performance from the very first whistle. I thought we never got into the game. I thought, they looked a little bit more hungry, a little bit more desire, and playing with a little bit of something with an edge, meaning to prove something, whether it was, a receipt from the first game that we played them. And we said to the boys this week, it's like playing your big brother. We knew what we were going to get. Unfortunately, we didn't have the remedy to solve that piece of the puzzle, playing against your brother. So, having said that, we're in a good position, right? So obviously we've clinched, and sometimes you have to, even when you lose, leave the stadium and accept defeat and get your chest up and your head up high, and leave, knowing that you're a winner, knowing that you're number one in the West, and you go from there. So a disappointing evening, but it would be the fairy tale if we thought we could win every game. So, just happy to have got this one out the system now, on an away trip, on a far travel. We look forward now to shutting it down for 2-3 days, and we get back to business. And we have a very important game at our home stadium for our fans against Seattle.
Thanks, Coach. We'll kick it off with Tom Timmerman.
Brad, are these the kind of games that no matter how much you tell yourself, we can come out, we have to be strong and do this, that under the situation of just having clinched a Cincinnati loss tonight as well, after an emotional event like that, it's just tough to come out and be at the top of your game?
Yeah, listen, I didn't get the feeling going into this game that we were feeling any of that, what you just had, right? So the output from my players and staff were incredible over the last few days. The preparation was good. So, these are just some of the things that, when somebody wins a tackle first, or when somebody gets into dangerous areas, and then all of a sudden you're on the back foot. So they won the little tug of war early on, and now it just starts spreading and expanding. So, we're never in the game from the get-go. So again, get these games out of the way now. Because if that's a playoff game, it's done.
Next, we'll go to Matt Baker.
Hey, Coach. Were there any injuries or any other issues with player form or fitness that you can talk about that came out of that game, or is everybody kind of ending it clean?
No. So, obviously Tim Parker was on yellow watch. Mark Yannick as well was on yellow watch. Tim just cramped up at the end, he said. We were contemplating only playing him half a game, but I checked with him and he said he's fine. So we decided to leave him on. Everyone else came through okay. If that's a positive coming out of this game, knowing that there's important games coming up, sometimes you have to accept defeat. The team was just better than you on the day, and you lick your wounds and off you go again.
Next, we go to Justin Horniker.
Hey, Coach. We haven't seen a lot from Ben Lund this year, but how did you feel like he did?
Yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong. I thought he did okay in all the moments. I think he didn't, see the Berhalter goal. He saw that one late. The one he gets served in the first moment with Brian White, there's nothing he can do there either on a breakaway. So, it sucks for him. He's been a great teammate all season long. He's played in some crucial games, and what a gem of a human being. So, all the players are very disappointed, not about losing the game, about giving Ben Lund his first MLS start. So, we're just very disappointed as a group that we couldn't give Ben more. So, it's unfortunate.
I believe Manuel Veth would like that question in person.
Yes. I was really curious about the formation that you put out there today, and obviously you guys already clinched. The Whitecaps needed to win this game. Is this a moment where you maybe, for some of the rotation players that you bring in, that where you hope for a little bit more?
Yeah, you talking about formation or personnel?
Personnel.
So listen. We've made a lot of changes on games where we've had short rest or midweek games, and I thought today we put out a very competitive group, you know. So I don't think it was the guys who came in a fault. I don't think it was the guys who started a fault. I think collectively, it just didn't look like us, you know. And we've had so many great performances, Manuel, over the last games where we have rotated, and even when we've lost, we've been very competitive, right? So, and it's quite funny. I would think RSL at home, when we lose, you know, we didn't really look like us. And I would say this game, or the two games I can think shorthandedly now, you know, what it looked like and what it didn't look like. And that didn't look like us tonight. So, you know, I don't blame personnel. I don't blame formations. I thought we got in the game in the second half a little bit, where it looked a little bit better. But again, yeah, when you don't apply the principles and the spaces are too big and they catch you out time and time again and running at the back line, yeah, either we're not compact enough, or we're too stretched, or we're not connecting on the weak side. So yeah, it was a culmination of a lot of bad principles today.
Can you put a finger on it? Is it the opponent? You said RSL did something similar. Is it something that the Whitecaps did?
No, I wouldn't say it's similar what RSL. I'm just saying the output of us. So when teams have a moment early on against you, you get shell shocked, and maybe you just start playing afraid, right? Every game we've tackled and gone about it, we've had zero respect for the opponent. We know this is a difficult place to come historically. But again, when there's a few little experiences very early on, then you get loose in your principles, and then the gaps start to appear. So, you know, it's unfortunate, just the way the game started.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Har.
Hi, Har.
Hi, it's Har. I'm right here. Verke, he didn't start, or he didn't play. Klaus came off as a substitute in the second half. What's your approach going into that game against Seattle? You have some time off, obviously. Do you rest guys? What do you play for? How do you approach that?
No, we need to use that as a precursor for our playoff game, right? We have, one very important game. We have 3 points to get on the board. We want to play for, pride, glory. We want to play for history. Put it all on the line to get the next 3 points, because then we could set another record, in the expansion era. But yeah, we're using this as preparation for, not just getting the 3 points, but also down the line. So that game is very important for us.
After coming here, seeing the turf in person, having a game out there, what are your thoughts on the turf? A lot of people have opinions of it.
Yeah, I've been here a few times, so it's not my first rodeo.
So what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it plays quick early on, then it slows up. So it's just a different variation of surface, throughout the game. And that's something obviously all teams will struggle with if they don't have it every single day. So, but again, no excuses here.
Danke.
We'll go back to Tom.
Was it getting Roman out of it to not play? Did you have to apply any force to tell him that he couldn't play?
No, I mean, we had an open conversation with Alexander Langer and Roman, and we thought this was a really nice moment to give Ben his start. Roman was equally hungry to play, so we had a discussion. We mutually agreed to make this decision. So, and we back our teammates through good and bad. So yeah, again, it was a good discussion when we came up with that decision.
And it's you lose this one 3-0. Is it just in terms of the final score, kind of like the Seattle and at LAFC, that there's late goals that make the score look more
zero comparison, Tom. 0-0-0. Like Seattle was a really good game for us tactically, like super game. We kept them in the game. We had really on the front foot. We had some dangerous moments. LAFC, one of our best games of the season on the road, in my opinion. So I don't even put those in the same bucket. This one's a lonely one on its own.
We'll go to Matt.
Coach, you mentioned that Vancouver looked a little bit more hungry, playing with an edge. Does it feel like there's anything you can learn from a team like that was kind of desperate to win to make the playoffs, that you can carry forward to the playoffs where teams start to get a little more desperate? Yeah,
teams are at different moments, right, of the season. So you see Cincinnati lose tonight. You see us lose tonight. So again, as much as we would like to think we could just hit the play button and play and results just come, unless there's some magical remedy in our, water fountain at the facility just to pitch up and play and get points. Life's not that easy. So they're a team that were desperate, hungry. we knew they apply principles, at times similarly to ours. The counter pressing, they're coming back in the game. Ryan Gould, one of the best in the league. The number 10s, in my opinion, had an MVP performance tonight. So yeah, when you add all of those together, what comes out is the way that team performed tonight against us. So, congrats to Vanny. He's a hell of a guy and a hell of a coach, and enjoy watching his teams play. They got the better of us tonight, and like I said, we have to pick up and move on.
And we'll wrap up with Tom.
This is a tough one to go into a 2-week break on until your next game to kind of sit with for a while.
No, I think it's good that the players, staff, everyone connected to the club sit and think about, how long we want our season to continue. And we know if this is, a painful experience, we all must agree it should hurt a little bit, So, yeah, as much as the players should get time off and clear their minds, us all together should reflect and, collectively come up with, a desire, passion, our principles from day one, what we've been applying, and put it all to the test and put it all to the medal against Seattle. We still have a receipt open with them. We want to win that game. We want to show them, City Park and what we can do at City Park and what we have done. So there's nothing special. It's just for us business as usual. But reflection is a good time, not in good times, but also in bad times.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Congrats on the start. We'll kick things off with Tom Timmerman, and then we'll go to Manuel.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
Hey there.
Hey there. Hey, so, it's parsing things. You've started with this team before. You've played 3 games, but anything different about an MLS game?
Yeah, for me, I was 3 years with Cincinnati, and it didn't happen for me to play in the MLS, and even it was a special moment for me to play my first game, and I was very proud to represent St. Louis, my team, today in the MLS. And so on one hand, very proud to have played today. On the other hand, a little bit disappointed that we didn't, that we don't take a point or maybe 3 away. So yeah, mixed emotions.
What felt different about it from the other games you've started for City?
Yeah, to be honest, we had still a lot on the line today. It was a great opportunity today for us to take a step forward, prepare ourselves for the playoffs. This is, Vancouver could be an opponent we maybe see, or like a Vancouver quality-ish team. So we really wanted to come out here and prove ourselves. So a lot on the line for us today. There were 3 points on the line. We wanted to grab them, and that didn't happen for us.
We'll go over to Manuel.
Yeah, Ben, I'm really curious. You've been around a lot in U.S. soccer, and obviously you had some games with St. Louis, but this is your first MLS game. I know it's just one game, but what's the biggest difference from playing here to, let's say, in the USL Championship?
A lot on the line, I would say. It's a little bit faster, a little bit physical, obviously. Good players all over the league. Overall, sport sometimes writes great stories. I would have liked to stand on my head today and come away with a point or 3 even. But today the story was that Vancouver was the better team, and they earned it, and therefore 3 points go to them.
Right, and Brian White, obviously, what went through your head when he went one-on-one with you?
He's been on fire all season. He rings a bell from USL times as well. He comes 1v1. I saw he took, I wouldn't say a bad touch, but he didn't take an ideal touch. So I just tried to immediately put pressure on him, and he was really calm and collected, and finds the net.
Right, and then I'm just really curious. You've been working with Roman Berkey all season. What's that been like?
It's been great. Honestly, we have a great relationship, and that's the biggest part for all of us. Just learning from each other. He's a great guy. I would consider him my friend as well. So the relationship between us is really good. We like to push each other in training, and he supported me a lot today as well. And I'll be thankful for that. The whole team supported me. I felt a lot of love today. I try to give the love back to the guys when I don't play. So that was good from that perspective. Again, Roman's a great guy. I'm trying to observe him a lot. But again, still a little bit disappointed that we couldn't take a point here.
Next, we go to Justin Horniker.
Hey, bud. And just to kind of follow up on that question a little bit and talk about Roman Berkey. Berkey's obviously a very vocal goalkeeper. You hear him all the time. As you kind of make your way into this game, was there a sense that you had to kind of insert your voice into this match, or did that rhythm come pretty easily to you once you got in the swing of things?
Just sometimes you just feel the games out, see what happens, just go with the flow. And for me, going into the game, I knew it was probably going to be a difficult match. Vancouver needed to win. They're at home crowd. We're all close to the playoffs. Everyone wants to really step up their performances. So going into the game, I knew it was going to be difficult. And I mean, I took all the advice I could get and trying to help the team out with a save here and there. And sometimes it works for a goalkeeper. You're just really into a game early on, especially if you make the first save. And the first shot on goal, I believe, was in. So that's hard. So after the 1-0, I just really tried to keep us in. Maybe we can make something happen. But I think overall, a little bit magic was missing from us today.
We'll go back to Tom.
Ben, after you guys clinched over the weekend, did you kind of do the math mentally and figure if there's ever a chance I'm going to play, this is the game?
Honestly, it wasn't really on my mind, and to be honest, it wasn't like we partied for the last couple of days. We were all very disappointed actually that we conceded a late goal against Kansas City, and this group has a really strong character, so we really want to get better every single week, and especially with the playoffs around the corner. So from the mentality standpoint, we were all very, very focused. We wanted to leave Vancouver with a point or three. It just didn't happen for us. Vancouver was on top of their game. They were in all categories a little bit ahead of us, and deservingly won the game today.
How's it been staying ready for this chance?
Can you say that again?
How has it been for you staying ready? Well, you haven't played a whole lot.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, that's my job. And that I knew that coming into the season. And if that's your job, you have to try to do that job as good as possible and play when you are called upon. And that's what I try to do. I try to do that in Leagues Cup or Open Cup. Sometimes it works better than other times, but that's my job. I try to support the guys with everything I have when I'm not playing. Again, I would have liked to. Would have liked to have an unbelievable performance. Of course, everyone dreams of that and take a point. It just didn't happen. That's also life. That's soccer. But again, we're all looking forward to what's coming for our team. We have a strong group, a strong mentality in our group, great character. So I think we're going to have a good end of the year.
And we'll wrap up with Matt Baker.
Hey, Ben, how would you describe your relationship with the back line that you played with tonight, and how did that differ with maybe some of the other opportunities you've had in US Open Cup and with City 2?
Honestly, the relationship, the whole team, we all have a good relationship with each other, so it doesn't really matter who's playing. Our team has proven over the course of the year that anybody can do a good job playing. So going into a game, you don't really look like who's playing, who's not playing. I think we had a very good lineup. I think we had a very good lineup every single game this season so far. Young guys have proven themselves. Older guys have proven themselves. We won difficult matches. We won tough matches. It just didn't happen for us today. So relationship was good with everybody on the field. Overall, I would just say, again, Vancouver was a very good team today. They showed up today, and we missed maybe the first half, and then we just never got really into the game in the second half.
All right, I suppose we'll finish with Tom since he needs to have one more question.
Ben, I'm assuming you found out probably on Monday that you were going to start. Did anybody, family or friends, come out to Vancouver for this occasion?
I found out on Monday. Vancouver is unfortunately pretty far, so on the short notice, nobody was able to come. My wife stayed in St. Louis, watched tonight, and supported me. But yeah, nobody was there unfortunately. But that's not really a big deal. On the short notice, flying to Vancouver, so that's okay as well. I know.
Are you getting ready for a? Pardon me?
No, I know my family supported from the TV, so that also means a lot.
And are we getting ready for a penalty kick there in the first half?
Yeah, I think I had a pretty good idea what would have happened on a penalty kick. But at the end, I want to win games and don't really want maybe to show myself. So I was happy that wasn't a penalty. We were going 0-0 at halftime, so I was thinking maybe we need a better half to take something away here. But again, Vancouver, props to them. They did a good job and take all 3 points.